You would think that baby dolls known for sprouting from the grounds of a magical forest would only have characteristics of the cute and innocent. But there was once a dark side to the Cabbage Patch bunch, a side so terrifying that it actually had the power to literally swallow the hair clean off a child's head. We're diving deeper into the story of these cannibal Cabbage Patch and redefining snack time on this week's episode of Cool Stuff, Strange Things. The story of the Cabbage Patch Kid tells of a young boy named Xavier Roberts who was led by a bunny bee through a waterfall, down a long tunnel, and out into a magical land where a cabbage patch grew little children. In the story, Roberts agreed to find loving homes for every single one of these little sprouts. And, believe it or not, the real-life inventor of the Cabbage Patch Kids is in fact Xavier Roberts. Well, there's a bit of a discrepancy surrounding where the idea of the dolls actually came from. Apparently, Roberts stole the design from Kentucky artist Martha Nelson Thomas. Unfortunately, Thomas never protected her art, and Roberts snatched up the idea, printed his name right on the tush of every Cabbage Patch, and led him to a multi-billion-dollar franchise. Martha never saw a penny. As business boomed, stores struggled to keep Cabbage Patch on the shelves. Shortages of the dolls even led to mini riots in toy stores across the country. Eventually, Roberts was unable to produce the toy as a result of its high demand. The manufacturer ownership passed from COLECO to Hasbro and officially landed with Mattel. Over the next few decades came many variants of the doll. Some had teeth, others had tongues, and some had full heads of yarn hair. Every model was equally as popular as the last, and in 1995, Mattel was eager to innovate the brand even further. Cabbage Patch were seen on local television ads swimming, getting their hair cut, and eating. Yes, the Snacktime Kid was a huge hit. The whole draw with the Snacktime Kid is that it could truly eat. A child would place plastic foods near the doll's lips and open mouth. Thanks to a battery-powered motor, the Cabbage Patch would begin to move its mouth and jaw as it chewed and sucked the food into an empty abdomen cavity. Kids could empty this cavity and reuse whatever food was fed to their doll. Unfortunately, the jaws of Snacktime Kid were a bit too powerful to be a children's toy. Constructed of small motors, unable to reverse or stop, the rollers inside continued to go and go until the object entered and exited successfully. So yes, Mattel basically marketed a children's toy that could totally chomp up your child. Sort of. To no surprise, kids began feeding their dollies with pencils, paper, shoelaces, and, unwittingly, their hair. The screaming concerned parent calls began rolling in shortly after the release of the Snacktime Kid. One mother had to chop off all the hair of her daughter as a result of it being swallowed continuously by her Cabbage Patch. After receiving hundreds of complaints about the dolls, Mattel offered $40 refunds to the 500,000 people who purchased the doll and removed 200,000 unsold dolls from the stores, stopping the potential cannibal Cabbage Patch in their tracks for good. If you're lucky enough to have a Snacktime Kid in your attic or basement, consider it a true collector's item. Mattel, or any other toy company for that matter, has never tried to duplicate the actions of the Snacktime Kid. And it seems like that's probably in everyone's best interest. I'm Steph DeSazio, and we'll see you next week on Cool Stuff, Strange Things.